Welcome to the first section of this course. You're going to be learning everything you need to start your perfume business, from branding your products, marketing your products, customer service. Grab a pen and a notepad so you are able to write down this point so you can refer back to this whole point. The first thing you need to have in place before you can even say you want to start a perfume business is knowing the type of perfume you want to sell. I have had a couple of people reach out to me saying they would like to start a perfume business, but they don't know how to go about it. And the first thing I ask them is, what kind of perfume do you want to sell? And then you see them say, every kind. I want to sell designer perfumes. I want to sell niche perfumes. I want to sell perfume oil, body spray, body mist, everything. I'm not saying it's not good, is good. But as a beginner, you are just starting out, you are just venturing into this business. You don't even know your left from your right yet. It will be unwise to pack all your money and throw into this business. You know why? Because you don't even understand the business yet. You don't even know the terrain yet. Depending the people you're trying to sell to, those are the people that will help you know the kind of perfume you want to sell. Take for instance, if you're a person that has a 9 to 5, right, and you know that in your office, people in your office, they like to wear high-end perfumes, be it designer or niche. And then you yourself, that you are in that office, that you want to start a perfume business as a side hustle. You are now thinking of buying uh, perfume oil that sells for maybe 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there are no perfume oils that are very expensive. There are. But what I'm saying is, you knowing fully well that the people around you, people surrounding you, are people who have high taste in perfume, and you are now going to start a perfume that is low budget. That means it's you that will wear your perfume, except you now look for another means to market that your low budget perfume. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So if you're in an environment where you want to start selling perfume, look at the people, look at your audience, look at the people around you. If you start selling this perfume, will they be able to patronize you based on the type of perfumes they wear, based on their taste in perfumes? Some people will tell you they don't use perfume oil. Some people will tell you they don't use affordable perfumes. If it's not designer and niche, they don't use. And some people will say they don't have money to buy high end. They only can afford affordable. So it's your duty to sit down and look around you and see what people around you can actually afford. Take for instance, you are a student, and you know students, they only can make do with little money that they get from their parents or their guardians, or even people that have side hustles they are doing, usually use their money to pay bills. So students don't really have much money to splurge on luxury items, right? Now, you are a student too, you are amongst these students, you want to start a perfume business, and you now think that the perfume that will be best for you to start is niche perfume. Please, who is going to buy your niche perfume? Except you have another strategy of marketing your high-end niche perfume. So the first thing is to understand your target audience, understand the people you want to sell perfumes to, understand the people that are likely to patronize your perfume business. As long as it's an online perfume business, then you need to sit down and think about who your target audience are. And when I say your target audience, I mean people you think in your mind that you want to sell perfumes to. What kind of perfumes will they likely buy? What kind of perfume will they likely buy? That will guide you into the right direction of picking the type of perfumes you want to sell. After you have decided on the type of perfume you want to sell by knowing your target audience and ascertaining the type of perfume they would like to buy, the second step is branding. If you want to take this perfume business seriously, you have to think of a business name. It requires planning. All these things requires planning. Write everything down. Write everything down. And you can say, oh, but I'm starting small. Is it necessary to have a name now? Yes, you have to have a name. When you have a name, people can single you out in the crowd. Yeah, some people will say the perfume business is saturated. It's saturated. Let me tell you something. In this part of the world, we have not even scratched the surface yet. Perfume business, we have not even scratched the surface yet. So for people who are thinking that the perfume business is already oversaturated, I have news for you. It's not. You can still start your perfume business and stand out. So how do you stand out? You have to have a brand name. Have a name that singles you out, that separates you from every perfume business or retail business. Now, this business I'm talking about, I'm not this online perfume business. It's not about people who want to start making their perfumes from scratch. That is not what this course is about. This course is about retail business, reselling perfumes that have already been made. So for people who want to learn how to make their perfumes from scratch, that is going to be in another course entirely. But this course is about reselling what other people has already created. This is an online perfume business, which means it's on the internet, it's all over the world. Yes, if you have the means of shipping, you can ship everywhere in the country and everywhere in the world if you have the means to ship. Apart from having a brand name, you have a brand logo, have brand color. These three things are very, very important. You have to have a brand name, have a brand logo, have a brand color. The reason I encourage people to register their business name is so that you know if that name has been taken. Especially if you want to do this for long term, register your business name so that you're sure that the name is available. Not when you have already invested into growing the business, creating souvenirs and everything that will go with the business. When you're now ready to register the business, you now be hearing that the name has been taken. Then you now be forced to now start rebranding and changing your name. Okay, that will now be like another stress entirely. So I say register your brand name to be sure that the name is not taken and the name is yours. In Nigeria, you register with the CAC. In the US or in Canada, I'm sure they have their own body that they register their companies under. Okay, so if you're in UK, you're in the US, make proper research and then do the right thing to register your business. Now, once you've registered your business, you know that that name is yours. Years to come, the name is still going to be yours. Now, you can create your logo by yourself for a start if you do not have resources to get a professional to do it yet. But I say if you want to start a business, if you want to start a business and you know you want this business to be profitable, you're serious about this business, you're serious about growing it, just invest in it. Invest in it. Do a proper branding. Get a graphic designer to design a logo for you, a brand color for you. Get a designer to do proper job for you. It's still going to be centered around the kind of color you want to be your brand color. It's still going to be centered around the logo you want your business to have. So have a designer, a graphic designer, design like 3 logos for you. Then you can pick the best out of these 3. Apart from having a brand name, brand logo, one thing you also need to have is packaging. You need to have a packaging that you will be sending your orders with. It is very annoying when you spend your hard-earned money, you order for a product, you order for a perfume product, and then the perfume come in a tacky bag or tacky plastic bag. You just feel annoyed, you just feel discouraged, even though it is not affecting the product you bought. But For the product to come in a tacky packaging, you just feel so annoyed. Like, are you saying this is not a proper business? Why would they be sending my order in this kind of package? So you need to think about packaging. You need to think about how you are going to be sending out your order. You need to have a proper packaging, which is why I said have a graphic designer design these things for you. The logo that is going to be on the packaging, if it's going to be a paper bag, if it's going to be a plastic bag, whatever your choice of packaging is going to be, let your graphic designer design something that is professional, that can be presented professionally. That is also one thing that can stand you out amongst every other person. You would think packaging is not important. Let me tell you something. People would buy a perfume from a brand because of not just the price of the perfume, but because of the branding as well, because of the packaging as well. So today I tell you, pay attention to branding, pay attention to packaging. It's going to help you as a startup, it's going to help you as someone who is just starting up, and it's also going to help you in long term.